Hi, my name's Pete Rainford and you're watching Rainford's Brew Lab. Today we're going to make a hard flash soda pink lemonade and we're going to do it in 24 hours. So we'll go through the ingredients very quickly. We're going to need roughly 2 litres of 30 degrees warm water, that's 30 degrees Celsius, 100 millilitres of lemon juice, 175 grams of sugar and 3 tablespoons of strawberry jam. We're also going to need some turbo yeast. This is Alcotech 48, any turbo yeast will do. And to brew all this in, we're going to need a 2 litre PET bottle with cap. So let's make some room here and we'll get right into this. Okay guys, first thing we're going to do is get our jam, 3 generous tablespoons, and put it in something that you can seal and shake. I'm not using the bottle because I can't get this through the narrow opening of this bottle, which is why I'm using this. So yeah, 3 good tablespoons of jam. Okay, we can move that jam out of the way now. Then if you've got a funnel handy, get your sugar in with the jam. So 175 grams of sugar going in here. Okay, now pour in, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 millilitres of warm water. Now, whatever it is you've got, put a cap on, hold it down tight, give it a good shake. We've got to get that jam broken up, and more importantly, we've got to get that sugar dissolved. So, okay guys, that's that sugar and jam pretty much broken up. Take your top off our 2 litre bottle. Make sure this is sanitized, guys. In with the funnel and pour it in. Okay, just going to add a bit more water to here. Get every last little bit of jam out of there and sugar, if there's anything left. Okay, just top the bottle up with maybe another few hundred millilitres, get it to halfway. Okay, now we will add our lemon juice. I'm just using bottled lemon juice here, guys. If you've got some real lemons, you want to juice them, by all means go ahead. I'm just using what I have. Okay, cap on again, and let's give that a good shake just to oxygenate the brew a little bit more and to mix in those ingredients before we top up with water. Okay, we're looking good. Going to top up to just about where it starts to bend, guys, to give us a little bit of room, because this is turbo yeast. It will be a vigorous fermentation, and the closer you get to the top of this bottle, the more you are risking a mess. Okay, that's as far as I dare go. Okay, top on again, and we'll just mix that water in. There's a little bit of jam in there, guys. It's not been, mixed in properly. Don't worry about it. The yeast will still get at the sugars in there. Let's take a reading. Oh, this is going to be so good. Alcoholic pink lemonade, essentially. Eh? What do we got? 1.050, I'm going to call that. There's a little bit of froth there in the way that I can't see exactly, but it looks around 1.050. Right, back in we go. And then we can pitch some yeast. One thing I left out at the beginning is I'm going to add some Pectolase to this, because at the minute you use jams, you get a pectin haze in these brews, and I try and get them as clear as possible. So you don't have to add this if you don't mind a slightly cloudy look. I'm going for a clear look, so I need to add it. So half a teaspoon for this brew. These are quarters, so I'm going to add 2 of these. 2. Which of course means we've got to put the top on again and give it a shake. Okay, that should be fine. Right guys, yeast. I want 5 teaspoons of this, purely because I'm over pitching. I want this done in 24 hours so we can clear it, drink it, That simple. And the more you add, the quicker they can get a colony going, the easier it's going to ferment, and certainly the faster it's going to ferment. So these are thirds. We need 15. 2, 3, 6, 7. 13, 14, 15. As I say, an army of yeast. They'll do their thing. Okay, top on. And I'm just going to gently tip this back and forth a couple of times to mix that yeast in. Now, if I've done this quick enough, this liquid is still at 30 degrees. And I want to keep it there because that is this yeast's optimal range to ferment at its fastest and its cleanest. So, 28.6 Celsius. Sorry, 28.7. That's fine. So it's close to 29. We're only 1 degree beneath it, and I'll set my heating mat at 30 degrees, maybe even 31 or 32, slightly above what we want this at. Okay, so we loosen the cap and put it on one turn. Make sure it's loose. Make sure you can squeeze that air out of there, like so. Because if not, it's that simple. That's why you don't see me using glass for these guys. It's always plastic. Right, at midnight tonight, I'm going to come back in here, which is roughly 12 hours, and I'm going to take another reading and see how close to dry this is. It should be there, because it's nice and warm in here. If it is, I'm going to add a clearing agent, which I'll show you at the time, and then throw it in the fridge with the cap tightened, so that it can absorb some CO2 for that last tiny bit of ferment that's left. Depending on the reading, of course. If there's still a long way to go, I won't tighten it because there's only that much room there for CO2 to gather, and it's just going to create a bottle bomb. And it will make an awful mess in my fridge. Won't hurt anyone, but it'll make a mess. So that's the plan. Plans could change. We'll see how this goes, because the whole point is a quick ferment, 24 hours tops, from when I pitch the yeast, 2 minutes to 12, 2 minutes to noon, to when I taste it. That's the experiment. Okay, see you tomorrow. One teeny weeny thing I forgot. I want to add a little bit of sweetener to this because this should have a little bit of sweetness to it, and I'm relying on Alcotech 48 to ferment all that sugar. So it will taste very dry. It will have the lemon and it will have the strawberry. Whether we'll taste much of the strawberry, I don't know, but we'll certainly smell it. But if we add a bit of sweetener, it will make those flavours pop a bit more, and the Alcotech can't touch it because it's sweetener, it's non-fermentable. So, my go-to sweetener, erythritol. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons. These are thirds, so we need 9. 6, 7, 9. And one for good luck, eh guys? Go for 10. 10. So just a little bit over 3 teaspoons. Oh no, we're going to have to shake that up a bit. Now that will affect our gravity reading when we come to take a reading later this evening, or midnight should I say. But so long as we get somewhere down near the 1.000 mark, I'm happy. Yeah, that's all dissolved. Okay, top loose again. Back on the heating mat. See ya. Right, Pink Lemonade. We started this on 10th of the 4th, on the 10th of this month, April, and today is the 15th, so it's had 5 days. I'm going to hazard a guess this is done, because we used Alcotech 48 for this. It should have been done within a day or two. So let's get a reading, let's get it into another vessel, get it cleared, get it carbonated. It's lemonade, I want it carbonated, and let's get it tasted. I'm going to get it into this 2-litre pitcher, guys. Pitcher. Measuring jug. I'll get some into the flask for a reading. It looks like it's already started to clear a little bit at the top, so I think this is done. That's a shade over the 1.000 mark, but near as damn it, so yeah, I'm assuming that's done. So 1.002. Now I'm going to clear this with bentonite, so I'm going to add that to this bottle. And then I'm going to add some bentonite to that in a minute. Off camera, you've seen me do that loads of times. Oh, go on, I'll put it in then. We just need a 1/4 teaspoon. Fit the cap on this, give that a good shake. Mix it up. The other way, if you don't want to introduce any oxygen into your brew, I know this is only a little bit, but if you don't want any oxygen in your brew at all, you would warm some of this up, or even warm a little bit of water up, mix it in, then add it. So we need to shake this, and then in an hour's time we come back and we add that to our brew, stir it up and leave it overnight. It'll clear. And I am going to add this to here and leave as much of that sediment in this bottle as I can. That's about it. Look at all that. Just going to give this a good stir up, guys, because it degasses it. Turbo yeast is notorious for creating a lot of CO2. You know, it ferments hot and you get a lot of gas produced, which doesn't bother me when I come to drink these drinks, but it bothers my wife. She, you know, takes the smell. The sense of smell must be better than mine. I'm stirring with it. Anyway, in 1 hour's time, I'll come back. I won't do it on camera. I will shake it up first again, then add it to this, stir it up, cold crash it for a day or two, probably carbonate it because I want this to be fizzy, and then we'll have a taste, guys. See you soon. Good afternoon. We've got our pink lemonade here. We started this on the 10th of April, and today is, I hate to say it, today is the 24th, so it's had 2 weeks this has. Now, although this had fermented within a couple of days, it's spent a long time in my fridge down there clearing, because I wanted to get this nice and clear for us. So yes, we could have drunk it fairly soon, but I wanted this to look good and I want it carbonated, which it still isn't. What I'm going to do is get it out of that bottle into a fresh bottle, which I've just sanitized, and then I'm not 100% happy with the color either. There's a slight pink tinge to it there, but not much. So I'm going to cheat and I'm going to add a tiny little bit of red food coloring. Just a tiny bit, just to give it that more pinky look. It is there, but I want it to look better than that. And then we're going to carbonate it and leave it a day or two, get it tasted. I'm looking forward to it because we've got a hot spell here in the UK now for a couple of weeks. There's nothing like sitting out in the back garden, having a refreshing drink in the sun. First things first, let's get that out of there. This is around 6.3% ABV, and there's a little bit of carbonation there. Right, I'm not going to siphon it, I'm just going to pour it in like so to avoid oxygenating if at all possible. Come on. And I'll leave whatever little bit of sediment we've got in this bottle. And we'll stop there. Okay, the tiniest little bits of red food coloring I'm going to add. There's no stopper on this one. I don't just want to pour it straight in because I'll probably completely wash it out with red. So I'm going to get a tiny bit in this little teaspoon here. Okay, that's the tiniest of drops in a 1/16 of a teaspoon. Let's get that in and see what happens. I think that's doing the trick. Should we give that a little swirly swirly? There we go. That really is just the minutest of amounts. Still got a little bit in there. Come here. There we go. Okay, let's put a top on that food colouring. Put it to one side before I knock it over. That's better, guys, isn't it? Hey, look at that colour. Forced carbonation time. So what I'm going to do is try and squeeze all the air out of there. This is not easy when you've got that much headspace. When there's no air left, I'm going to put this on. Screw it on tight. Now attach our keg CO2 gun. Inflate with CO2, of course. Now I'm just going to shake that up to absorb that. There we go. It's absorbed that CO2 that was in there. Top it up again. And now I'm going to put that in the fridge. Overnight we'll probably do it, and we'll have a taste tomorrow of some nice fizzy pink lemonade. See you tomorrow. Good afternoon. Pink lemonade tasting time. Right, sunny day. Let's get this tasted and then let's get the rest of it drunk. It's that simple, really. Let's have a quick look. 10th of the 4th, we brewed this. Today is the 26th, so 16 days. It took quite a while to clear, hence why there's been that sort of wait. Although, you know, I Usually get these videos out a bit quicker than that. So 3 tablespoons of strawberry jam, 100 millilitres of lemon juice, 175 grams of sugar, topped up with water, and we used Alco 48. So this fermented pretty quick. The rest of the time has purely just been to clear it, to carbonate it, let it condition a little bit, I suppose. So yeah, pink lemonade, pink hard soda, pink, whatever you like. Tasting time. We cheated and added, or I cheated and added a little bit of food colouring just to get that lovely pink hue. Look at that. So, let's get a taste. Whoa. Let's go. Fizzy. Get a good glass. Lots of bubbles, as you can see, guys. Good fizz on that one. I can't wait for this. Look at it. Look how good that looks. Cheers. Oh, that's so refreshing. It's still a little bit early in the day, but yeah, that's going to get drunk outside. Tiny bit of strawberry. Again, I don't seem to put enough strawberry in these recipes. I could have had a bit more. Might start adding a little bit of strawberry flavour or whatever it is I'm using after fermentation, just to bulk that taste up a little bit. That is very nice though. Oh, that's quite sophisticated for what we've done here. You could serve that at a party, and I think people might be asking you, where did you buy this? If you didn't tell them that you've made it. You know, slice of lemon, bit of ice. I think that would be a proper little party piece, because look at the colour of it. It's like a blush wine, isn't it? So ABV for this is 6.3%. Opening gravity is 1.050. Final gravity 1.002. So ABV of 6.3%. It doesn't taste like 6%. It tastes more like 3 or 4% because it's so light and sharp and easy to drink, in other words. Bit more? Yes. What a lovely summer drink. Pink lemonade. It screams summer drink, doesn't it, really? As regards carbonation, I don't think you really have to. I love carbonated drinks this way. Just the way I was brought up. Always enjoyed fizzy drinks, but you don't have to. That would be just as nice without the carbonation. Really would. Doesn't smell of much, guys. You can't really smell much, but tiny bit of lemon there. You certainly can't smell the strawberry. But yeah, great tasting, easy to make, you know, budget soda, budget lemonade, pink lemonade. Pink lemonade. I don't want to talk to you. No, yes, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk it through? 'Cause I swear I ain't got anything on my mind. I don't want to talk to you. That's enough of that. That's definitely enough of that, Peter. Yes, precious. Okay. Let's see this off and move on to the next one. I've enjoyed this one. Cheers. Mmm.